fans have been filing in and getting ready for this game, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the Houston Cougars, taking on a team looking to get into the win column, the USC Trojans. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Houston about to kick off to get things underway. Returner will field it and try to get some field position. Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. Makes the quick grab. And that had all the makings of dog meat windshield, but how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That is a great play by the defensive end. The most athletic players on the field play defensive end. Yes, you heard me, Jess, Reese. Exactly what I said. Great get off. Great job getting the backfield, making the play.
Makes the grab. It's Lane. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a 3rd down stop. The Trojans will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. To the air, it's Beckman. There's the pressure. Hires on the move. Got his man downfield. Breaks into the open. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Houston.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession now to see if they can be more productive this time around. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
And the Trojans have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Snagged out of the air. Breaks the tackle. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You know, I think that's a play the quarterback would like to have back. I'm not sure that's exactly who the ball was intended for. He had another open target on the other side of the field that he just missed.
Back to throw, it's Mayava. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
We talked to the coaches coming into this one. They know field position was going to be a huge factor for them winning this one. They had a really nice punt earlier in this game. Great job getting down and covering it. Won't surprise me if they decide to play it safe again here on fourth.
And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. The running back has it. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
You know, you better form tackle better on defense. You had a chance to make a big play, miss the running back, and as a result, he's getting positive yards. Defense has to do a better job of finishing.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Now on the option. He'll toss it. Oh, better look out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's able to shed one tackle, but still just a very short gain.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and managing. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
The Cougars come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Now they'll run it on the toss. Turning it on. Steered out of bounds at about the 36-yard line. A big pickup, and they are threatening.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to them, let them get outside, let them run the football, make a big game. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Running game worked on first down. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Just a little off. Incomplete.
That was a nice swat. Even Dikembe Mutombo would love to wave his finger side to side and say, no.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Weckman. Pocket breaking down. Slings it downfield. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down. He stepped out of bounds after a huge play, but hang on just a second. Defense might get bailed out here by a flag. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. He's looking downfield to throw. He wants to go deep. And it's picked off right at the goal line.
And that essentially ends up being a punt for the offense. 3rd down, you're taking a deep shot. Because you were able to make the tackle relatively quickly after the guy picked it off, it's essentially just flipping the field.
He'll do it himself. It's a fumble. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going.
those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Fires to the tight end. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the second quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Houston has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. So first down here as they go back to work. To the air on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Sanders. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker. If he could just make one more guy miss, that might have been huge.
Off the play fake. Under fire. Takes a shot as he lets it go. Intercepted deep in his own end. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Looking for a man. It's Wegman. Pulls it in. It's Broussard. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands. Get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
The Cougars in a good spot here with second and short. On the option. There he goes. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs. It won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions. Pitching at that time, that's the right read, and it's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the first down.
Offense lines up for a 1st and 10 from the 43. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. Cougars with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Gets the back moving. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And great job getting in the backfield, making it very difficult to him to make reads and understand what the heck's going on. Bottling him up, that's the biggest thing. When you play a running quarterback, you want to bottle him up. You want to set those edges really, really firm and make him turn back inside where all the big boys are coming. You don't let that speed get to the outside.
To the ground to try to pick up the first. At the 40, there he goes. Lots of running room. Touchdown, Cougars. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Man, I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners when he kicked it in gear and got the long touchdown run.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, all the talk this week. Let's find out how things are playing out in this top 5 duel. LSU is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the momentum may be turning. These Bayou Bengals have picked themselves up off the canvas before, and they're capable of it again today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Oregon. We'll keep you posted on things until the clock hits zeros in a game that, for now anyway, has been...
Oh, it's a fumble! And the fumble is going to go out of bounds, and the offense will maintain possession.
You know, fumbles really just comes down to luck. Oblong-shaped ball just could bounce any which way whatsoever. The offense right there, very lucky that one went out of bounds.
Looking for a man. It's Miami.
And this offense, man, they're going to have to figure something out. This is already getting out of hand, but they're going to have to protect their quarterback. They're going to have to start throwing the football and having some success because right now they got a bagel up on the scoreboard.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Houston offense comes onto the field. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over in football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive, just try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Looking to fire. Bring in the heat. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Houston.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for a big play. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You can underthrow it by 10 yards. That receiver would have come back and fielded a punt.
That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. He'll keep it himself. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this scheme in your playbook.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Mayava. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Trojans will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Cougars can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the back. They'll go to the toss. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
You just need more from your offensive line. Second and short like that, you love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up third down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. He's moving out of the pocket. Fires downfield. How about a little rhythm that you can tap your toe to? First down.
See, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him working away, nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
He steps out of bounds.
He can run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Going to take a shot on second and short. A strike downfield. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. Houston getting set, looking at 1st and 10. On the move. They get him on the ground, but not before he rumbles all the way to the 5. The Cougars are in the hurry up. They want to throw it. Got his man quickly. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
And this is the part of the field, man, you really got to have a plan because these windows get smaller and you're trying to fit that ball into the end zone. It's difficult to do. Quarterback, receivers, they got to be on the same page.
A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. He wants to throw it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense trying to take it back. They bring him down, but not only do they get the turnover, he picked up a chunk of yardage, too.
And when you're on defense and it's wet and it's rainy, you know exactly what time it is. That ball gets a little heavier, it gets a little slicker. You're trying to get to that thing. You know you get your hand on it. There's a good chance it's coming out. Nice job by the defense forcing it with the assist from the weather.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Holds and fires complete to the right. He'll be stopped at the 44, knocked out of bounds there.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw. It's Mayaba. Incomplete. Man, oh man, is that one this junior would love to have back.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, wants to pass. That's caught. It's Lane. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
On second down, he'll try to make the connection this time. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
The official says no good. Guys, a missed field goal and nothing changes. Still a 14-point game. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Houston sending the offense back onto the field. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
You just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time. Offensively, the defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. These guys really need to get something going on this drive. They are still well within striking distance, but they have very little to show for their possession so far. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. Be interested to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Makes the catch. It's Lemon. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty good run there. Let's see if he can turn it on here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Got his man in the middle. At the 20, he's got space. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch.
No touchdowns yet, but that may change very soon after that long completion by the offense. Really great route, and a nice job of looking that one in. He set his offense up now in the red zone. They're looking to score some points.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too.
Touchdown, Southern Cal! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Here he comes with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Houston offense once again. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. On the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. And the defense got it. Touchdown, Trojans! The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play.
Great team defense on that one play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones. D linemen staying in their gaps. Linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Man, what a finish we could have. Tie game, third quarter here, 2nd and 10. To the air, it's Wegman. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down.
Love the accurate throw by the quarterback there. Curl route against man coverage. You got to put that right into the body of the wide receiver who's running back towards you. Nice job executing it, and they pick up the first.
Got him downfield. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Man, if I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
Wants to go up top on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
Well, it was a good throw, it was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
This has been a tight one, third quarter, all 2nd and 10. Wide receiver comes in motion. On the ground, it's Connors. Runs through the tackle. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got a man. It's Thomas. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Caught near the sticks. It's Thomas. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. What a ride. It's been through the first 3 quarters of this game. We are all tied up. Let's check out some stats. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking to pass. It's Wegman. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Houston. And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
Number 3. Catching score.
He'll try to tack on one more. The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. So a drive there of 84 yards, and the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Handoff to the single back. He's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage again, and this just hasn't been his day. Nowhere to run.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Man, this offense has been bad. How about the first play? Nowhere to go, nowhere to run, tackle for a loss. Second play, you get your quarterback sacked. And the 3rd play, now we're sitting in 3rd and long, right where this defense wants to get us.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Great job by the defense dialing out some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes a move. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Houston offense ready to go back to work. And now that cushion is a little bit smaller, Jesse, and any mistake would get magnified.
Yeah, a little bit of pressure now on this offense too, David. I think they got to go back to their playmakers and get these guys going in the game.
Oh, he's got some space. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
He's tackled.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the 4th quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
Pass completion got them a first down. Let's see what they do now. On the ground, it's Connors. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass, it's Wegman. Fires to the wideout. Complete downfield. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be first and goal from there. So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Looking for just 1 more yard. It's second and goal. Pushes toward the goal line. Touchdown, Cougars! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They've built a little cushion and now closer to getting a victory here in week 4.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Trying to escape and get it himself. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble.
Well, they try to fake left and go bootleg right. Really nothing happening on that one. That doesn't mean they have to shelve that play, though. There's some window dressing you can add to that. Maybe get a tight end out in the flat. Maybe a receiver working an out-breaking route for you on the boundary. Give the quarterback somewhere to go with it if the defense is expecting him to keep the football running.
Almost a D lineman's dream, but he couldn't hang on. It'll be 3rd down.
And, man, did the defense just miss an opportunity that they could have turned the lights out with the lead, get the football back here. Missed opportunity. Maybe this offense now can take advantage and swing some momentum in this football game.
Gives it on the option. Shakes off the defender. They finally rustle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
Well, he was able to gash him on that play. You just give this guy 1 inch, one little crease. He puts his foot in the ground, and he gets north fast.
The Trojans with the 1st and 10. Dropping back, it's Mayava. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
I got to be honest, I thought this tight end was going to have a much bigger role in this game. They wanted to get him the football early and often, but after that drop here in the second half, he still doesn't have a catch.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And a big gain there. He's knocked down immediately at the 45.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Complete in the middle. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Motion from the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. Looking to throw again. The short hand, it's Lane. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. And the Trojans are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up on the ground here. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. Clock stops and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. The Trojans, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Sanders. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Dropping back, it's Mayava. He's got it. And he won't be able to get in as the defense gets him down at the 1. And the Trojans will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. New center downs right on the doorstep for this offense.
Music no. Music no. Set ready.
Quarterback keeper. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off.
Brings up second and goal.
Second down, he'll throw it. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up 3rd down, you still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
On 3rd and goal, they'll try to throw it in. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sack.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. This is caught for the late touchdown, so let's not put this one to bed just yet.
Yeah, and that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup today. South Carolina steamrolled its way to victory today. They scored off turnovers, they scored on gadget plays, an all-around masterpiece that'll give the folks in Columbia a ton of confidence. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll give it to the back. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Defense looks like they're coming. Here's a heat. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. See if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Back to throw, it's Wegman. Rushes on him. Fires on the move. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
Houston will be forced to punt. He'll try to really get into this one. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Back to pass on second down. With the catch, it's Lemon. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Looking to throw, it's Mayava. Fires deep toward the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the 4th, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Makes the catch. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And that decision will be questioned for a while.
Timeout, USC.
Gonna run it. It's Sanford. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. You want to talk about building confidence and coming through with clutch plays, making the winning plays at the right time can really set the course for the rest of the season.
Yeah, Reese, maturity and experience matters, and this team has guys that have played a lot of snaps, they've seen a lot of looks, and they've lost close games like this in the past. That wasn't the case today, David. Too many guys out there making big-time plays.
And I think belief is what you build. That confidence, you know you're going to win. You don't think you're